Hello, my name is Maya Contreras, and the platform that I'm going to introduce all of you to is Socrative. So, this is a platform that you can use to create digital assessments like quizzes, and this platform even helps you generate a review game. So I'll start off by telling you a little bit about the pros and cons of this platform. I feel like there's more pros to this platform than cons. However, like everything, there is some cons to it. So I'll start off by talking a little bit about the teacher pros. So some of the pros um, for teachers are the real-time feedback, and it's easy to create quizzes and automatic grading. So when you create the quizzes, you're asked whether the questions are going to be multiple choice or short response or fill in the blank. And you would just input the correct answer, and that's how that generates the automatic grading for the quizzes. However, some of the not pros, the opposite. Some of the cons for teachers are that you're limited on the type of questions. So if you are wanting students to do an essay response or um, a sentence um, response, you're not able to do that with that platform. Another con is the price. So you are given a free trial, and this trial includes five um, quizzes in every month. However, if you do want to do more than just five quizzes in every month, then you would have to pay for a subscription. Um, it's not crazy priced. I think the price is pretty justifiable. It's only $10. However, they do range to $25. If you're able to get this covered by your school, then I don't see it being an issue. However, if you're not able to get it covered by your school, then it could be an issue. Some of the pros for students are that it is engaging and interactive, especially with that review game called Space Rocket, where students answer review questions with independently or with a group, and they are trying to launch a rocket up to outer space. The more questions that they get correct, the higher that the rocket will get to its mission. Another pro for students is that they get their results for their quizzes immediately, and they're able to access this platform on various devices. So that's their Chromebooks, their tablets, and even their smartphones if they are able to have access to those. However, some of the cons for students is that there could be chance or potential cheating if students are doing these assessments at home, um, or they are they could cheat on these assessments. And that's a risk that you take with this platform. Another con is that this may increase test anxiety because it is a test that students will be taking on this platform. Um, there's lots of data that's collected through Socrative, I mean. Um, and this data is group data and individual data. So um, Socrative collects individual student responses, time taken per question, overall quiz scores, class-wide performance data, question-by-question analysis, and student participation rates. So by looking at this data, you can assess the way that you're going to teach in the classroom, and I'll get a little bit into that right now. Um, so with the data, you can identify the knowledge gaps, you can adjust the pacing of your instruction, and you can personalize instruction and track progress over time. So some of the ways that the data tells you how to identify the knowledge gaps is by analyzing the question by question results and focusing on commonly missed concepts. So because Socrative is able to filter that out for you, you're able to know where your students have gaps. Additionally, the data collected can be used to inform your teaching to adjust the pacing. So there may be areas where your students do need more time allocated to those challenging topics. And this can be seen by the time that students spend answering each question on their assessment. Another way that using the data can be used to inform teaching is by personalizing instruction. So you could group students based on their performance. So if students have a common mistakes, for example, if it's an assessment based on multiplication and division, we can group all of the students struggling with division in one group and all of our students struggling with multiplication in a different group, so that their area where they need help in is being assessed and being supported. Another way that the data can be used to inform your teaching is by tracking progress over time. So you are able to see, you as a teacher know your students' goals by the end of the semester, and you're able to see where they start at the beginning of the unit and at the end of the unit. Um, so being able to track this progress over time will greatly benefit you to make sure that your instruction is actually helping your students. Yeah. And some connections that I made to the module reading are especially related to the triple E elements. So for engagement, we have that review game called Space Race, where it's pretty much what I had described. Students have their assessment questions where that are used to generate the review game, and they're trying to launch their rocket into outer space. If it's done in an in-person setting, students are put into groups and they can work with their group mates and talk with them. And that's a way of getting them engaged in preparing for these assessments. Um, a way that Socrative enhances um, learning is not learning, but understanding is the immediate results deepen understanding. So students are able to know what areas they might need help in. Not only does the immediately the immediately results help the students, but they also help the teachers. Um, yeah, so that's one of the ways that this platform can help you enhance your instruction. Additionally, this platform can some of the extensions from this lab. Oh my. Let me start over with that last point right there. So the third E, extension. So accessibility outside the class encourages independent learning. So not only is this Socrative platform available in class, but it's also available outside of class. However, we do have to be mindful that one of the cons of using this platform is that if students do these assessments at home, they run that risk of cheating, of having resources that other students may not have. So we just have to be mindful with things like that. Overall, I do think this is an awesome platform, and I hope that all of you at least check it out, create an account, and maybe use it in your classroom and see if it's something that benefits you. I think that Socrative does a great job at giving you your students' data, and as a teacher, you're able to see ways in which you can support your students. So yes, hopefully all of you have an awesome day, and thank you for listening to my presentation.